Hello everyone, welcome to another IGCSE Maths tutorial. Today we'll be diving into the second topic of the first chapter, sets. Now in maths, a set of numbers is just that, it's just a list. It doesn't have to follow a specific rule set. It can consist of only odd numbers, only even numbers, only prime numbers, or even just a random selection of numbers. It can even be empty. It doesn't even have to be numbers. You will be asked questions with, for example, a set of fruits, apples and oranges, or a set of marbles in a bag, so blue ones, red ones, purple ones, for example. Now you define sets using this notation. For example, the set A equals, and then use these squiggly brackets, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. These are the elements of set A. In this case, it's a defined set of numbers, odd numbers below 10. Set B, again squiggly brackets, consists of the values of x. Then you define x. X is a natural number, so the set B would include all elements of x that are natural, all values of x that are natural numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As long as it's a natural number, it's part of set B. You can use inequalities, so set C equals x. Then you define x as any value that is less than b, but more than a. You can also do coordinates. So set D consists of coordinates, x and y, and they are coordinates on the line defined by y equals mx plus c. Obviously, this is an equation of a straight line. M is the gradient, c is the y-intercept. You express sets on Venn diagrams, so in this case we have a set of odd numbers and a set of numbers greater than 10. Now, when describing sets and their elements, we use a few symbols to simplify the process and avoid confusion. If you're working with someone from a different background, who works in a different language, there might be some confusion, so using these notations helps to avoid that confusion. First notation, this is a very important one, this is the universal set. It is represented by the Greek letter xi, also sometimes by the English letter u. And this is the set that contains all other sets. So, in this example, the set of odd numbers and the set of numbers greater than 10 are both parts of the universal set. It may also contain numbers that aren't part of either set. So, in this case, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. They aren't part of either set, but they are defined. They are part of the universal set. In a Venn diagram, the universal set is represented by the outer border. In the example, like I said, the two sets, they're both part of the universal set as well as those numbers we mentioned. We use this symbol to denote if an element is an element of a set. So, for example, we can say that 2 is not an element of either set. We can name them sets A and B. We can do 2, then using the crossed out E, 2 crossed out E, B. It's not a part of B. For example, these elements would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. They're all parts of the set A, the set of odd numbers. As you can see, it's not just the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, it's also the numbers that are parts of both sets. They are also still part of A. It's not a specific set on its own. Now we have the set to denote the notation to denote subsets. Sometimes sets will be part of a bigger set. In this example, sets B and C are both parts of A. So they are both subsets of A. It's also important to note that A, B, and C are all subsets of the universal set. Now we come to the most important notations you will know. You will be asked on these the most frequently. The union and intersection. The union is denoted with this U shape and the intersection with an upside down shape. The union represents all numbers in both sets, including those that are part of both, so the ones in the middle of the Venn diagram. In this example, the union would be all numbers inside the circle, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. It does not include 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10. The intersection represents only those in the middle, the ones that are both odd numbers or numbers greater than 10 in this example, so 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. Now there are other notations that you need to keep in mind, and these are also used frequently with previous notations. Most notably the union and intersection. Sometimes you will be asked to find the complement of two unions, for example. Now the complement is the complement of a set, sometimes called dash, is any element that is in the universal set but is not part of that specific set. So if we take set A, the set of odd numbers, the A dash would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, as well as 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. They're all parts of the universal set, but they are not part of the set of odd numbers. We use NA, for example, to denote the number of elements in that set, set A. So if we say, for example, NA, it would be 10 elements. There are 10 elements inside set A. For a lot of times, you'll get questions to combine these notations with previous ones. For example, find the number of elements in the union of A and B. So you'd have the five elements in A, but not in B, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You'd have the 5 in the middle that are part of both, the intersection. So 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And you'd have the 5 that are part of B, but not part of A. So 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. That's 5 plus 5 plus 5. That gives you 15 elements that are part of the union. Sometimes you'll be asked to find the number of elements in the universal set minus the complement of both. For example, there are many questions and you should get frequent practice on all of them. The last important notation you need to keep in mind is the empty set, represented by the Greek letter phi. Now this represents a set with no elements inside. You won't use it often, but you can use it, for example, in this example here. Hypothetical sets A and B, these are completely different from the sets we've used in the example. If these two sets have no common values in between, their intersection is empty, you can say that the intersection of them equals phi, or the empty set. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment with any feedback or questions, and check out our channel for more tutorials.